7. Bob Paris, the modern-day Hercules. Known for his sculpted, aesthetic physique, Bob Paris is often regarded as one of the best-built men to grace the bodybuilding stage. Paris's most outstanding genetic gift was, undoubtedly, his chest. Resembling a modern-day Hercules, his pectoral muscles were exceptionally well-defined, with a shape and separation that were nothing short of artistic. This, coupled with his wide shoulders and narrow waist, gave him an iconic, timeless physique that fans adored. Beyond his genetic blessings, Paris was a staunch advocate for equality and broke barriers by coming out as gay in a highly machismo sport.
I was head over heels, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with this person.
Solidifying his legacy as not just a bodybuilder, but a trailblazer. 6. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the epitome of the golden era. No list of bodybuilding legends would be complete without Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold's genetic predisposition was something the world hadn't seen before. With his massive chest and arms, he represented the epitome of bodybuilding's golden era, bringing a level of mass and aesthetics that were previously unparalleled. His biceps, in particular, were his trademark, peaking in a way that set the standard in bodybuilding competitions. The Austrian Oak didn't just dominate the bodybuilding world, winning Mr. Olympia 7 times. He became a Hollywood star, a successful businessman, and a 2-term governor of California. However, to bodybuilding fans, he's the eternal icon who changed the perception of the sport forever. 5. Sergio Oliva, the myth of mass and grace. Sergio Oliva, known as the Myth, possessed a combination of stupendous arm size and an unbelievably tiny waist, a genetic marvel that bodybuilders still aspire to today. His arms were massive, with triceps and biceps so well developed they seemed to belong to a titan. Yet, it was Oliva's V-taper that left audiences speechless. His waist, remarkably small in comparison to his upper body, accentuated his wide shoulders and expansive chest. A 3-time Mr. Olympia, Oliva's rivalry with Arnold Schwarzenegger is legendary in the bodybuilding community, highlighting career peaks for both athletes.
Sergio, when he was at his peak, he was unbelievable. I remember one day, we met in Chicago, and I invited him to a very sophisticated restaurant. And he had to wear a shirt and a tie, and sure enough, Sergio came in with tank top and with his medals in front of him. And I thought it was going to throw all of us out. But not Sergio. When they looked at him, the maitre d' didn't say a word. The place was quiet. They just stared and stared at him. He was absolutely, it was wonderful, fabulous sight you can imagine when he was in shape.
4. Kevin Levrone, the mass transformer. Kevin Levrone is a standout in bodybuilding history, thanks to his unique genetic ability to put on mass quickly and his incredibly huge shoulders. Known as the Maryland Muscle Machine, Levrone could bounce back into competition shape with just a few months of preparation, a feat unheard of in the bodybuilding world. This astonishing ability was on full display when he made an eye-popping comeback at age 50, showcasing a physique that rivaled those of competitors half his age. With numerous titles under his belt, including wins at the Arnold Classic and numerous top 5 finishes at Mr. Olympia, Levrone's name is synonymous with resilience and genetic wonder.
I don't know, there's certain guys too that are just genetic freaks, and I remember there was one time where I saw him, I can't remember what he had done, but I think he might have made a movie or had surgery or something, but he had lost a ton, he was really slim.
Acting,
yeah, and then I saw him like 3 months later, and I was like, oh my God, and he had like cellophane skin, and he was just crazy, and like genetically, and his waist was like this big, you know, and genetically, if he can do that, holy cow, I mean.
3. Phil Heath, the gift of symmetry. Phil Heath's nickname, the Gift, is a nod to his extraordinary genetic advantage, a muscle shape that's incredibly round and full. Heath's arms, shoulders, and chest don't just exhibit size, they demonstrate a level of symmetry and balance that's a visual delight. This superior muscle belly's quality helped him clinch 7 Mr. Olympia titles, etching his name into the annals of bodybuilding history. Beyond his physical attributes, Heath's intense rivalry with Kai Green and his quest to surpass the records of bodybuilding legends added an emotional depth to his storied career.
Well, I'll tell you what, Phil, you know, as you look at Phil's background, man, he was a basketball god. I mean, how do you go from basketball to bodybuilding?
Right.
Phil did that. And again, it all has to do with heart and desire and determination. He took what wasn't supposed to be and turned it into something incredible.
2. Flex Wheeler, the Sultan of Symmetry. Flex Wheeler is often regarded as one of the greatest of all time, a sentiment echoed by Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. What set Wheeler apart was his amazing symmetry and size, a genetic jackpot that made him a dominant force on the bodybuilding stage. His physique was a work of art, with muscle groups flowing seamlessly into one another, creating a picture of perfect balance and proportion. Despite facing health challenges throughout his career, Wheeler's resilience led him to win the Arnold Classic a record 4 times, solidifying his status as a true warrior of the sport.
What would this be in your era? You saw what Ronnie and Dorian said. Where would they rank? Would they compete with you guys, or Sombati, Sean Ray, Levrone, Cormier? Would they compete with those guys?
No, I would have to probably say not. Not like I just demonstrated. Dexter didn't fare that well against us. No, it's just kind of...
1. Ronnie Coleman, the king of mass. Topping this list is Ronnie Coleman, often referred to as the freak of freaks in the bodybuilding community. Coleman's genetic strong point was his ability to carry crazy mass, particularly evident in his back and legs. Each muscle group was not just massive, but striated and detailed, making his physique one of the most impressive ever seen on a bodybuilding stage. Winning Mr. Olympia 8 times, Coleman's training videos became the stuff of legend, showcasing his Herculean strength and intense workout regimen. Despite multiple surgeries and ongoing health issues, Coleman's spirit remains unbroken, and his status as one of the most genetically gifted bodybuilders of all time is undisputed.
There's no one that will ever be to that level of Ronnie Coleman, and that's no disrespect to the other guys, but Ronnie Coleman was next level to compete against, and I was able to overcome that later in his career, of course.
Ronnie had enormous amounts of size and the quality of the muscle. That can't be done through just sitting there pumping 25, 30, or 40-pound dumbbells for 20 reps for 5, 6, 7 sets. He put the workload on his muscles to make them get to a level to where there were deep cuts, deep striations, and hard work. And you can't duplicate that, You can't go in the gym and train like Ronnie Coleman. You don't have a chance of looking like him.
These 7 bodybuilders, each with their unique genetic advantages and storied careers, have left a legacy that continues to inspire fans and athletes around the world. Their achievements underscore the fascinating interplay of genetics, hard work, and resilience, a combination that defines the awe-inspiring world of bodybuilding.
The most important thing is that you have a vision, that you have a goal. Because without that vision and without that goal, again, you're drifting around and you're never gonna end up anywhere. People don't become successful just by accident.